So for the next few days, we're exploring the Salt Lake City area here in Utah. We have a bunch of cool stuff planned, and you're coming with us.
But first, we're going to start with one of the most unique landscapes here, Bonneville Salt Flats. So I love this place, and for one main reason is the fact that it actually matches what the photos show. Sometimes when you have high expectations for these types of landscapes, when you arrive there, it's not quite the same, which leads to a little bit of disappointment. But this, I have to say, is exactly like the photo. The one thing that isn't though, they show these little tiny like streams on the side of like almost glacier blue water. That's not there. That's Photoshop, just FYI. It's more greenish. Anyways, how did this form? So this was actually Bonneville Lake. It covered over a third of Utah at one point, but then it disappeared, and now you have the remnants of it, which is the Great Salt Lake in Salt Lake City. And now we are left with these beautiful, beautiful salt flats.
So the two best places to come on the salt flats here in Utah is one on Highway 80. There's like literally a rest area just for that. And the second place is the famous Speedway, which is right here. This is where multiple world records were set. The fastest one being just over 622 miles per hour, but that was over like 50 years ago. The most recent record was set actually in Nevada at over 760 miles per hour. Who wants to go that fast anyway?
So if you're wondering where this is, it's about an hour and a half from Salt Lake City, obviously depending on what time you're going. And it's very, very, very close to the state line of Nevada. So we need a little bit of a snack, and there's just one gas station here, but I saw there's a McDonald's not too far away. And it's actually over in Nevada.
We're going to Vegas, baby! No, just the gas station.
Let's go to Nevada.
Snacks acquired, and like, who needs this much pop? It's not even the largest size. This is insane, but delicious. Let's go back to Salt Lake City now.
So welcome here to Park City. In the wintertime, it is a beautiful ski resort, but in September, which we are right now,
there's other things to do.
It's like adventure and just other things to do.
Yeah, and talking about adventure, we're gonna have to like switch to the phone because they say no camera, no backpack, no GoPro, no anything. So let's switch. The amount of time in a year that Tracy and I have to sign a liability waiver is insane. Here's another one.
So we are going to do an alpine coaster, and for those of you who don't know what this is, personally, they're Tracy's favorite rides. They're normally put on like ski resorts, and it's just like an individual roller coaster, but not like steep, but they can go fast, like 25 miles per hour. And you just kind of go through the mountains and go down the hill.
And just like that, we are on the mountain coaster going up. I thought we were gonna take like the chairlift, but no, we're already on it, just enjoying the ride. You can see like the track going like around where we are currently, and I think it's gonna be pretty intense. Like this thing is over a mile long, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. How was the mountain coaster, Tracy?
It was so much fun.
Everything you expected and more?
More, yeah.
It's quite expensive though. Like that, like 5 minutes of fun was like 39 USD a person. But I think you can do it together. Have you seen like all the couples doing it on the same sled?
I did, but
So I guess you just pay one entry.
It said to be a passenger that you had to be shorter. So I'm very confused.
Those were grown-up women.
I know.
So like we said earlier, Park City is definitely a ski resort, meaning at this time of the year, there's a lot of shops that are closed and there's not that many people. But with that being said, it is still a super cute area. Like if you've been to like any ski resort around the world, like summer season, it's still really cute. It's just not as busy, which is not always a bad thing. And there's like cute little restaurants and activities and stuff. So now we're stop for a bite.
They have the adventure park, I would say it looks super, super fun, but of course with the area, you're going to be the price point too.
Yeah.
That's the only thing to keep in mind.
But do the
still
coaster.
lots of things to do.
Especially the coaster. Did we talk about the coaster? Coaster is really fun.
Okay, so for our lunch, for our supper, we actually got a cup of their beef chili. It looks really good and it smells really good. And then their special flatbread, which today was like a barbecue pork one, and it all smells amazing, and I'm hungry. Okay, so I really want to try the chili first. It even is served with like the sour cream and chives on top.
Flatbread's pretty good.
It's a very good, like, classic hearty chili.
But is it better than your mother's chili? No? Okay. Oh my goodness.
I'm really good.
I'm sorry, it's better than yours.
I know. That's okay.
So Legends Bar and Grill, the food was pretty good. Kind of expected my expectations a little bit.
Yeah, the chili was really, really good.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that chili with the sour cream, that thick sour cream.
Big fan. But the waiters, they all look like they didn't want to be there. I guess it's slow season. They probably are not super busy. But anyway, still would recommend, especially for the chili.
It was. Now that we are back from our day full of adventures, we are so excited to talk about our partner today, Plannin. And yes, I am tired today because after a full day of adventures, you want to have a relaxing place to come back to, and that is where Plannin comes in. So when you sign up for free using our link down below, you will get access to over 2 million properties. It can be hotels, it can be apartments just like this one across the world, and saving up to 40% on those accommodations. So for us, we love putting more money into our adventures and less on the hotel and apartment side while still maintaining the quality. You can sleep worry-free because Plannin is actually powered by Booking.com, Priceline, and Agoda, which are already booking platforms that you know and trust.
So sign up for your free Plannin account now to start saving money for different accommodation around the world, and by using our link in the description down below, you'll also have access to all the different accommodation that we suggest around the world. Good morning. This morning we drove about 45 minutes from where we're staying in Draper.
Well, there was a lot of traffic this morning because of a marathon that we didn't know was
Yeah, so
happening.
you shouldn't be hitting a marathon, but we're gonna go on a little hike called Donut Fall, and it has nothing to do with donuts, sadly, but it's pretty cool. Just wait to see. So while you're in Salt Lake City and Utah in general, you have to take a little bit of at least one day to go outside and explore, because it has one of the most beautiful landscape we've ever seen. Just mountains everywhere, so lush, not too many people.
I would say also there's a very good range of trails from like beginner easy to extreme hard. So like there's something that will fit your fitness.
Yeah, and they do love their trails around here. Like they're super well marked everywhere and super easy to find on Google as well.
Yeah.
This is our first glance at water, meaning that we can't be too far.
So I was battling whether or not I was gonna go up. Mainly for the reason there's this one like flat-ish rock that's just water. I am a little nervous on that section, but there's a lot of people doing it and there's a lot of ropes, so I think we're gonna try. But we're gonna put the hair up just so it doesn't get in my way.
Hair's up, that means it's getting serious.
Here we go.
And just like that, we made it to the Donut Fall, and the reason why it's called a donut is because, well, it's water falling into a round hole. That's as simple as that, but it's a pretty cool name.
So now we're gonna try and see it from the inside cave perspective. We'll see how close we can get.
time to go back down. So the main parking for Donut Trail, when we arrived, it was actually full, and we're like, oh, should we just park on the side of the road? And we decided not to and hike an extra miles to go park in an actual parking lot. But even though at first I was like, there's no way they're gonna come here and give tickets. Guess what? We came back and they're giving tickets. So note to you, do not park there.
If your husband said, nah, it's fine.
Just don't listen and walk an extra mile. It's good for you. So we are slowly walking back to the car, and I'm going to make a very big statement. This was one of my favorite hike of all time. And not because of the hike itself. The hike itself it's easy, it's fine, it's well marked. But the reward at the end is so cool and beautiful, and so different, because normally you do a hike up a mountain and you're rewarded by a beautiful view, which is always nice. But this is just so unique.
It is very different, especially like scrambling up the rocks. It was a lot
better.
Like you said, instead of coming just to a viewpoint.
Yeah. Oh, and one other thing worth mentioning, if you Google Donut Falls and look at the photo, trust me, they don't do it justice at all.
So, yeah.
It's so much cooler.
You said it met your expectation.
Yeah.
For me, it was beyond expectation.
Because you watched the photos, yeah.
Were not that great.
It's like the perfect metaphor as well, right? It's like that drop of water that drop at the same place and just works its way through the rock 100%. For like tens of thousands of years, and then like now it's fully going through the rock, which is super cool. Tracy is scared like there's no tomorrow about snakes, and there's just a little snake that went across the path.
A little? He was like 2 feet long, 3 feet long.
You can believe her, you can believe me, whatever you choose, but it's gone. It is gone. It's okay. You can come.
I don't want to. Let's go. I'm done. Let's go.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Okay, so we have arrived at Antelope Island State Park. And this is basically, well, I guess it states it in the name, it's an island. We're on the causeway right now. But it's where you can see a lot of wildlife. But we just came through and we got our little brochure. And it's really funny because in it, there's a lot of bison here. And in the brochure, it even tells you like the signs of if the bisons are going to charge or anything. And basically it says, if any bison looks at you, back away.
There's a big sign at the entrance, like where you pay, saying like bisons can be dangerous. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, so I'm very curious how dangerous they are. Anyways, the plan is to come here to see a couple sites and to
have a picnic.
Have a little picnic. So yeah, let's see what we can find.
We just stopped on the side of the road, and there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, about 7, 8, oh no, way more at the distance. There's bisons everywhere. I think it's my first time seeing one. We knew that this island was kind of known for the large bison population, but I was kind of wondering like how often you were seeing them. But I mean, it took like 3 minutes, so they're everywhere.
Yeah. So basically all of these bison are a result of, in 1893, they brought 12 of them over, and now there are hundreds, and all because of that.
So they also have like a little beach on, basically like on Salt Flats from what I see. It's very similar to where we were at like the beginning of the video, but just not as white.
It's the Great Salt Lake. That's the water that we see there.
So we're gonna make a little sandwich and enjoy the view. Oh, and eat yogurt too. Okay.
I'll open your yogurt for you. Here you go.
Thank you.
Okay. Not sponsored, but because this company is in Utah, it's very fitting, plus we're using it. Gravel, if you're looking for any outdoorsy gear or backpacks, things like that, check out the link down below. They have a ton of amazing products. So after a nice little lunch, we're gonna drive around the island and see what the island is all about. On this side, like, it's beautiful, there's a little beach and stuff, but I'm not really sure what else there is. It's very flat and open.
Bisons.
Bison, but we saw bison already. So let's see if there's any like unique viewpoints.
Crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She can let her hair down, but got her feet on the ground. I can't get enough of her.
Hi, can I just get one Crown Burger?
Okay.
So we are now back at downtown Salt Lake City, and one of our video wouldn't be completed without a little food part. What you saw yesterday didn't count, it wasn't local. So after doing some very serious and intense research on Google, we saw two different things that we have to try. One, the pastrami burger, which is normally like a normal patty burger, beef, with some pastrami in it. It sounds delicious. And the second one, well, you'll have to wait for the second stop. Thank you so much. So we are at Crown Burgers, by the way, and like, I think I'm gonna be a fan of this. I don't know who had the idea of like putting pastrami in a burger, but I love burgers and I love pastramis.
It originally came from California.
From California, okay, well, and it became a big thing in Utah. Oh my goodness.
First bite taste test.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's good. That's really good.
That was very good.
Well, that was probably not very healthy, but definitely delicious.
Okay, so funeral potatoes. We got them from Huckleberry Grill. We heard this was the best place to get them. And what it is diced potatoes or like hash browns. These are red potatoes with a creamy chicken sauce, 5 different cheeses, sour cream, and then topped with crunchy cornflakes. And I'm not gonna lie, it looks so good. It really is essentially a better form of mac and cheese because it's made with potatoes. That is so good.
So you might be wondering, where does the name come from? Funeral potatoes. Well, exactly from the name says. They come from funeral. So basically, the LDS community is a massive percentage of the population here in Utah, and it's called funeral potatoes because this is one of the things that they always serve at funerals.
I think it's like a homey, comforty food.
Yeah.
Like, especially by tasting it too, and I think that's why it just ends up being in those situations.
Fair enough. Okay. Does it taste like death? We'll see. I mean, it does taste like a heart attack, but it's delicious. Well, Utah, it is safe to say you exceeded our expectations.
It is so beautiful here. Like the landscaping and everything.
There's just mountains literally everywhere you go. It was so cool to just drive around the state, go see the different national parks and everything. If you didn't see those videos, I'm gonna link them down below. Make sure to watch them. It is one of the most incredible places we've ever visited.
Absolutely
so
amazing.
cool. But now we are getting ready to head out to our next country. So until next time, see you guys
in Turkey.